Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to get into our talent takedown. China versus Korea.
Yes, and you know, I'm kind of, you know, you and I are not playing in the talent takedown this year, but
very true.
I think I could be a little bit biased for Korea in this as a caster. I think I can, you know, you and I live in Korea. We're friends with a lot of the Korean commentators. We've worked with some of them for years and years and years. I'm just gonna put it out there, like I'm kind of secretly off camera, like cheering for Korea in this one. I think they're the favorites. To
no one's surprise.
Yeah, no. I mean, did you really think I was gonna side with the Chinese commentators in this one? Anybody out there?
Nope.
No, nobody did. But yeah, I'm excited for this one because the level of play of the Korean casters is actually really high. And most of the Chinese commentators, I don't know all of them, their ranks and stuff, but half of them are actually really good. So at least the ones I know, like the ones I don't know, they could also be really good. But they're also like, half of them are really good. So it should be a good match.
Well, they're going to have a little bit of help. Obviously, they have some ex-pros in there, but there's also a buff list coming through. And you can see that there's a lot of different stuff that could be chosen here. Total Mayhem, reduced ability cooldown time and increased HP, low movement gravity, double damage, double healing, and increased movement speed. And then Mystery Heroes, where you respawn as someone random. So those are, you know, those are the available options. We've got 2 maps. We'll have to see what was selected.
Yeah, we will see. We'll find out very shortly. I'm pretty sure the Mystery Heroes is for your opponents, so that, you know, if you end up picking that one, then you end up, your opponent like ends up getting heroes they don't necessarily want. But here is our Chinese lineup, taking a look at it.
That is right, and I don't want to butcher, well, there's one of these names that I might butcher, but we've got Roy, Time, Peach, YXL, VV, and I don't really want to put myself in that spot where I say this super wrong, because people are going to be like, that is nowhere near.
Well, you got to say it. What are you, like, you're just not going to say his name?
Shui Duo? Like, I'm not entirely certain, and I apologize for anyone who actually knows how to pronounce that. But I can handle this one, at least, for the Korean starting lineup, because I'm very familiar with a lot of these people. Of course, we have YBT. We also have the Marine, former StarCraft pro gamer turn Overwatch commentator since Apex, Akaros, as well as Jisoo Sim. And we also have Youngsung Hong, as well as Ryu Jae Hong himself.
Yep, going to be very exciting to see Jae Hong. The team name for Korea is basically Jae Hong's disciples. So he's kind of coaching and leading the team. See how it goes.
Yeah. To no one's surprise, though, the buff that was picked by the Brick Movers team is double damage, double healing, and increased movement speed. I think out of all of the options, that's exactly what pretty much everybody would pick, regardless of who is playing. That's always going to be the most fun. That's going to lead to the most entertainment. So it's either that or the reduced cooldown build time for ultimates. But here we go. So it's going to be double damage. So I'm expecting that if we see some snipers, it's going to be absolutely brutal and bloody.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be pretty crazy in general. I believe also the 2-2-2 lock is not necessarily enforced, especially... Well, actually, I'm not sure. I wasn't able to get confirmation on that, but I'm looking at it and I'm like... I saw that the heroes were not in the right order, so I thought that was the case, but actually I'm seeing right now, you know, like, we don't actually have a third tank or a third DPS or anything like that, so it might actually still be enforced. Either way, we're getting into it. Karos on Genji, always an exciting thing to see. Watch her stream a lot. She is very good. Spoilers.
Oh, well, Jae Hong going to be striking first. Manages to find Duo, taking him down to that Soldier 76, but you can see very quickly the damage output coming through for the Brick Movers is turning the tide of the fight. Akaros will fall. And now without any damage dealers, it's looking like the Brick Movers should be able to go ahead and lock down the point first and foremost. A very strong start for them, as Masubi is going to be taken down here on the back end of the fight, as well as YBT. And this is one of those game modes where, because of the damage output, spawn camping is entirely realistic.
It's extremely relevant. And Roy is going to do a ton of damage on Zarya too. Just Zarya's damage output's pretty crazy, even at low energy. So, you know, you're gonna do really well with that hero in this case, especially at spawn camping potentially.
Yep, Jae Hong having swapped over onto the Ana. It's not going to be enough for him. Does get taken down. The bubble going to expire here. I mean, those bubbles are going to be instantly broken. So the Zarya, it's going to be really rough to try to build energy because they're not going to last very
I mean, you
long,
could build
and
the
then
energy,
you will
but
die immediately after.
I mean, you could, you're going to die afterwards. You can build the energy quickly, but is it relevant? I mean, the speed is going to be really helpful here too. I mean, look at the heroes they've chosen. AoE, insane damage with Pharah. Insane damage output with Zarya. They've got Lucio for insane extra speed on top of Reaper, who's already speedy. In this case, it's like, well, pretty good comp.
Yeah. See though, creation even with double damage isn't doing.
Is this a
much.
double?
The
Is this a kill?
It just kills him basically.
Yeah, I actually don't know how that's coded with double damage.
Either way, they win the fight on the back of the Flux, so it's looking pretty good for the Brick Movers, who continue to spawn camp Jehong and students here at the front. Akar's drawing out the Dragon Blade, uses the deflection, but instantly, as soon as that expires, does get struck down. Jehong manages to find one, the sound barrier comes through, and Duo just pushes forward with the Death Blossom, comes up with 3 kills. And oh man, like how do you stop a Reaper that deals double damage, heals himself for double on his passive, receives double damage? Well, I guess you just do that as a Karos, but I mean also just is moving so quick. It's very deadly. You can see that's exactly why Karos is going to be swapping over to that. Does ET accretion to the face. The barrage does come out, finds YBT, but Jehong manages to strike back, getting rid of IXL, but can they get onto the point? They're capping it here for the moment. And they will be able to get the flip and get onto the board, but how long will it last?
I mean, that's not very long, I don't think.
Marine falls. Yeah, Carlos manages to find one, stays alive for a little bit longer, dipping around the corner, trying to stay alive here with the Reaper, goes into the Wraith Walk form. That will expire, and a very energized Roy manages to come up with the kill. Now they get to break onto the mech. The right click lobbed in will finish off Masubi in that Baby D form. And the Brick Movers are back in control. The Grav comes out, and it's just a Karos alive and very far away from the point. So the first round will go to the Brick Movers.
Yeah, very one-sided, I'd say, overall. It was actually pretty... it's almost like a bigger win that Jehong's team was able to get 18%. Like, that's more impressive to me. Based on what we saw, but... I wonder, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what should Jehong and students swap to here? Like, is there something they should run that's stronger? Like, I think running, like, a tankier comp doesn't really work because you just, you just take more damage slower. And, like, but, like, if you tried to run, like, Brigida or something, try to armor pack, it's not going to help you. I think you actually have to run like glass cannon heroes and try to get kills early or something, but I mean that's easier said than done, right? It's harder than it looks to try to actually make that happen. And you can see the Brick Movers are really running, for the most part, the same thing here. They did put Yang Zhaolong onto Junkrat, so better AoE for the map, you could argue, for the choke points. Look at the damage.
Yeah, I mean already, yeah, it just takes down YBT. Will get popped by Akaros in the end, but not before taking down Akaros from beyond the grave, and it's going to be another very strong start for the side of the Brick Movers, who will be able to get the first lockdown of Control Center. So a very nice start from them. Did get confirmation though from our good friend Sen that it's Geodoir is the pronunciation, which I'm still probably butchering, but getting closer to. But there we go. Just wanted to throw that out there. Akaro's going to be taken down by the remote bomb, as Yang Zhaolong is going to have a Riptire very, very soon, and that's going to kill literally anybody on the side of the Jehong students team.
Okay, kills coming through.
Yeah, another bomb lobbed in. Grav is out. Does not get eaten, but Roy will get taken down. Akaro's coming up with that kill, as Job trying to find a kill, but cannot do so. Instead does get finished off as Yang Zhaolong continues to pop off. Making their way to the point, though, a little bit faster this time. Jehong and students should be able to get this flip, and they will. So only 29% on the board for the Brick Movers, but given their ultimates that are about to be available, they very well could take these very quickly.
Yeah, you can't poke like that if you're if you're playing against double damage. And there's the Riptire double kill. It looks like a fast flip's going to come back through here. Sad times for Jehong's squad here. Yeah, Karos got picked early because she was trying to get the blade quickly, but or the last part of the blade as quickly as possible to try to win the fight that way, but just got blown up. It's not fair, Achilles. It's not fair. What are they doing to my Korean team?
Dismantling it is what they're doing. It's looking pretty good. YBT does have the sound barrier available. Oh no, he pushes forward. He tries to use the tag visor, but instantly gets killed. The cleanup is there. The triple kill now coming through, as the Death Blossom just wreaks havoc, and we might be in very similar territory yet again, as Jehong and students are contained back in the drop ship in danger of getting held right here at the spawn door.
All right, Roy's going to have another Grav. Jaeyoung's team's gonna, I mean, they don't have a barrier. I don't know if Akaros will even really get to use this blade. She's gonna try. Gets Peach.
Another remote bomb, and Akaro's just gonna be taken down. And now you can see the Marine eliminated as well. Swap over onto the Widowmaker here for Jaeyoung and students as they desperately try to line up some headshots. Can obviously really do some significant damage here if they can get those shots, but with the added move speed, you know, everything being doubled, it's that much more difficult to try to click somebody's head. Riptire rolling through, doesn't manage to get the kill, and the self-destruct from Masubi will take down Yang Xiaolong, so the majority of the damage output for the Brick Movers will be broken down, and with 5% left to go, Jaeyoung and students make their way over onto the point, but can they take it? You can see the HP bars falling lower and lower as Masubi's going to be knocked out of the mag. Only finding that one. It's still a little bit further away though, and Peach will be eliminated, so the healing going to be cut down. Well, Flip is there, but the turnaround could still come through. Vivi gets the sound barrier available, drops the beat, manages to catch all 5 other members of the Brick Movers with the shields, and Jaeyoung and students are just crumbling.
Not even a chance.
Graviton Surge comes in. Yeah, Masubi going to die. 100 energy there for Roy. And with the flip coming back in, the OT will start bleeding away. Obviously, easier to tag if you can get the res timing up there, given the move speed. But that will just be Brick Movers taking map number 1.
Yeah, I mean, the buff was pretty good. What was the buff called again? I think it was, I don't know if it had a name. It was just double damage, double healing, double movement speed is the effect. But that seems pretty OP. Seems a little bit strong. Yeah. Seems a little bit not fair. You know, I mean, again, I think it's pretty impressive the Korea team flipped the points twice, considering everything else that was going on.
You're really grasping at everything that you possibly can, just going for the threads here, trying to find something.
Like, I don't know. You know what? If it was reversed, I don't know if the Chinese team would have gotten 18%. You know, I don't. I'm really just trying to go all in on this. I don't know. They picked really good heroes for the buffs. AoE, obviously with Junkrat and the Pharah, insanely strong. Reaper, going to be super powerful because he has movement that he's not supposed to have. Extra healing, plus the damage output. It's like, well, I mean, this is just insane, actually. Like, you're crazy if you're not playing Reaper and Zarya in this case, and they're playing all these good heroes. So, I gotta give it to you know, the brick team, was Bricklayers, Brick Movers rather. They kind of killed it. I mean, they picked the smart buff, and they played the heroes that made sense for it, and they won the game.
Yeah, they did. Well, that's just map 1 out of the way. We do have Busan coming up next, so obviously Lijiang Tower, you know, home territory there for the Chinese commentators. Then we move over to Korean soil on Busan for our next map. So we'll see if that's going to be enough for them to pick up a win, or if the Brick Movers will just be able to take this 2-0. We're going to have a quick break. When we come back, we'll see if they can do it.
Coca-Cola is the official refreshment of the Overwatch League. The Overwatch League is brought to you by HyperX. Unleash your style, unleash your fury. With HyperX Fury Memory.
Alrighty, welcome back. It is now time for map number 2. We are headed to Busan to see if Ryu Jae-hong and his students can make a comeback and end up tying up this the series here 1-1, or if the Brick Movers will just be able to run away with it. Because we confirmed during the break, Wolf, both teams were in fact affected by the buffs.
No, the Korean team didn't have it. I'm pretty sure.
They did. They did
no,
have it.
I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure it wasn't fair. Otherwise, they would have won the Kilios. Of course, they would have won. Come on.
Yeah, you can only go so far with shilling. I don't think it's going to get you out of this hole here, Wolf. They got absolutely bodied, and I would kind of be surprised if they chose a different buff, because it seems like that's kind of like the most fun one to play. But maybe they go for the old build time instead.
The other one that's good, I think, is the low cooldowns one, which is called Total Mayhem, I believe. I think that one's kind of cool.
I think you are correct.
Because everyone has more health, but you have like more abilities, so you could heal more often if you're a support, etc. You get to, if you're playing Genji, you get more dashes, right? So you can do a bunch of crazy stuff. You can deflect more often. If you're Zarya, you got more bubbles. So we'll see.
Well, they didn't go for that. They went for mystery heroes. Oh, so Jae-hong and students have decided to go for mystery heroes. So everybody who dies will respawn as a random hero, and this is going to be just as chaotic, I think. Not as fast-paced, but still going to be very crazy. And I don't think that there's any limits to that as well. So they might start off 2-2-2 if they don't spawn in randomly. I'm not exactly certain how this works. I haven't played Mystery Heroes in a very long time. But, yeah, I don't know. This could, there could be points where there's 3-4 supports on the table at any given moment here for one of the teams.
It feels like it wouldn't really be truly Mystery Heroes if it was like 2-2-2 locked, because some roles have less heroes than others, So I'm guessing it's not, but we'll see. The rules of those matches that Seth and I have been told are kind of like, there's some things that we just didn't know and we didn't expect. So it's been a journey, it's been an experience to get through all of these, but I'm sure as the game unfolds, it'll be pretty obvious to Kilios whether or not it's 2-2-2 locked or not in the Mystery Heroes.
Yeah, I don't know why they would even bother recoding it for this anyway. So I think it should be fully unlocked. So we might get to see Jae-hong back on things like Soldier 76, which he has played from time to time in the past, in the very olden days of Overwatch. Maybe he's going to be on main tank. Who really knows? They got to be very flexible.
He's played main tank too. It's happened.
That's what they're going for. It's true. Yeah. Yes. But
ironically enough,
wants to avoid that.
Yeah.
Wants to avoid that one. So let's go ahead and jump into Busan. We will be on Mecha Base to start and see who drew up what. So we've got 5 DPS for the Brick Movers to start, and a Reinhardt. Absolutely no healing whatsoever available for them, whereas Jae-hong and students, this almost looks like a drafted composition for them.
Yeah, it almost looks legit. Like
DPS
if they had a Mercy, I would be like, okay, well, this is kind of all right.
I mean, they've got Lucio, they've got the Brigitte, but then it will just be Masubi there with the Winston to start. TP going to be used as they wrap around the side. They're looking to get on top of this Farah here, unable to do so. It will be time falling first as Marine finds the first kill.
It's tough.
He'll take him down in exchange, but this is a very strong start now for Jae-hong and his students.
It's tough to play main tank when you don't have any heals, so you can't blame time for that one, but he's on main. Now they've got 2 Mays, so I feel like they're going to get a pretty fast flip.
Yeah, this is kind of just... Okay, push in, kill whoever you can, and then go next. Just try to get the reset.
Yeah, I mean, May is pretty good in this situation. I think double May is really good.
Yeah. All right, well, we will see the Farah taken down. Now YBT falling as well, so we'll lose out on that Symmetra. And I mean, one of the things you really have to consider is that building an ultimate in this type of game mode is going to be so difficult because, obviously if you die, you're swapping over to somebody else. You don't carry over any kind of, ult build charge. So you're starting from scratch every single time. So if somebody lives long enough to actually get an ult off, you can tell that they're doing a pretty good job of playing defensively. Double wall up to try to block off the vision of the Bastion as the cars will drop down. Getting up close and personal here against Roy. And they will find that kill. So another fast flip looking to come through here for Jaehong and Students as they regain control of the point. Just 23% now on the board for the Brick Movers with Jaehong in the lead.
They lost their double May too. That's rough.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's looking for the hammer kill. He's pushing forward.
No.
He's getting the swings in. One more would do it, and he manages to take down the Marine.
He actually did
a
it.
great showing, even though he dies, and they don't get the flip off of that. It was still a nice little moment. Now Vivi is going to have their chance as well as they have drawn out the Torbjorn. Time will fall. And we can see that the continued swaps coming through. Immortality Field is out. Pulse Bomb going to be used by Akaros, but will not be able to kill anything. Falling low, doesn't have the recall available, but will be kept alive as Jaehong lands on the Widowmaker and is looking to click some heads. And there's going to be another one.
Jaehong, he's got full line of sight here. Nobody's challenging him. And that's actually, this can actually get pretty crazy when you don't have someone who can challenge a Widow, and you can't make you can't like counter pick because it's Mystery Heroes. So
yeah.
this actually can be, this could kind of, I mean, Jaehong might just run away with things here is what I'm trying to say. He's got this choke point controlled. Xaria's trying to counter him with coming over. Yeah, it's not a good look.
It's all going to be, I mean, Vivi's kind of has to try to push out and get on top of this Widowmaker, but they know exactly where they're going to be coming from. The infra site does get popped, so he's got full vision on everybody here. He's looking for his next target. Experimental Barrier will block off a little bit of that vision, as that's one of the shortest tops there with the Seismic Slam that I've ever seen. Doesn't really maximize too much damage. Jaehong comes up with yet another kill. No one can take him off of this Widowmaker. Yang Xiaolong now going to be eliminated, and it looks like Time will take it into his own hands, finds the kill, but we're at overtime here for Jaehong and Students. 99% ticking down. Duo try to get the tag. He cannot make it onto the point, and that is going to be 100% to 23. Jaehong and Students taking the first round of Busan.
It might tie us up here, but I mean, anything could change as we go into this next round, because obviously I think part of the reason why Jaehong and Students popped off is because Jaehong got to play one of his better heroes, Widowmaker, and that's a hero you can carry with, especially in Mystery Heroes, like we were talking about. You know, it's hard. It was Vivi had like the Doomfist, but just having a Doomfist without a comp that supports the Doomfist doesn't mean the Doomfist can get on top of and kill the Widowmaker. Bastion's another hero that can kind of run away with things. I don't know if the double Wrecking Ball here is going to be good, but I guess we'll find out.
This is so chaotic. I mean, look at this. Just so many tanks here for the Brick Movers. Again,
they're
no
going
healing.
together.
Obviously,
They're
Roy
coordinated.
Heal.
It's a coordinated push.
I mean, double pile drivers in could absolutely decimate an enemy lineup. Already, Jaehong falling low. He's got no way of getting topped up. Same for Akaros here. So this is going to be a really strong start by the look of it for the Brick Movers as they roll through. And yeah, it is just going to be an absolute steamroll for them. Jaehong does manage to find one as he takes down Time, getting rid of one of the Wrecking Balls.
They didn't have
but
a
there
healer,
are still
so,
4 other tanks.
I mean, it's triple dive plus a Roadhog, so they had like 5 tanks coming in here. So I mean, how could you heal? How could you win that war of attrition? You just probably won't, right? But now they've got a kind of okay comp.
There's still no healers available.
All-star skin, by the way.
Up. Yeah, forward leap coming through, and Yang Xiaolong is going to be absolutely melted as Akaros pushes over, gets that Mega Pack, and now looks for another target here to try and collapse on top of. Looks like it's going to be Vivi, the selected one. They take him low, but they cannot get that kill. The Marine, however, does fall, and Time comes in, manages to find 2 kills. Akaros going to be knocked out of the mech duo, going to be taking down Jaehong as well. And I mean, can they get something to help stabilize
I mean, the
here?
Sombra is pretty good. I mean, EMP is one of the best ults. So, I mean, I think that's going to be nice pickup for them. If the Marine can live long enough to get it, right? Because he might get stunned or spotted here. I don't know how good the Marine is at Sombra, but I think that's the best thing they've got so far. They've got a Lucio too, so healing is always nice. Something that Brick Movers still don't have, but they're still just brute forcing their way through these fights, so it hasn't mattered yet.
All right, well, Minefield goes out, but you can see Duo is going to be taking down now. Yang Xiaolong gone. Leapin comes through from Time, trying to play around the pillar. Marine with a sliver of HP, surviving somewhere, hasn't been getting healed up yet, but isn't dying, so still hope here for the Sombra to get some nice hacks off to try to set up for some capitalization in team fights. You can see poking around the corner now with the Reinhardt, offering up the shield to the Bastion. As Jaehong is trying to pistol his way back into that mech, is getting pretty close to it. Reposition rather will be coming through from Peach and Time, who can try to split a nice little crossfire here with this double Bastion setup that they do have. Hook it onto Akara's, will get taken down before she can find the kill onto Roy. Will trying to find that pin, can't make it happen. The Fire Strike not going to connect either, and then just has to walk and hold the shield because he's fallen a little bit too low in HP. And it's only YXL. He's trying to keep everybody alive with this Lucio. Self-destruct from Jaehong, not going to be able to find anything in time. Will manage to take him down with the Bastion, as he is over halfway towards the configuration tank, which could be absolutely huge for them in securing this round win.
Yeah.
Flip's going to be coming back through, 70% now on the board for the Brick Movers. They very much could be taking us to a third and final round on downtown.
Yeah, that configuration tank I think is something that could really just bring us to that final round if he can actually get the last parts of it. Peach also getting Sombra here, I think super strong. They're going to have a sound barrier. Like, things are looking really up right now for the Brick Movers. Jaehong's team, not the greatest tools here. They've got, I mean, their comp doesn't really work together, minus the Doomfist Tracer.
Oh.
Jaehong's on Ana. I mean, we all love to see that, but...
Yeah, Bionade not going to get the connection there on the Peach. Marine barely stays alive, does manage to recall as Jaehong is basically just playing this one out like a DPS. Does find the shot, gets rid of the enemy Sombra. We still have to be worried about this Bastion though. Sound barrier comes through, will keep time alive. Bionade goes out, clips onto the enemy Roadhog. Discord Orb now comes out from Misubi, but it's going to be 2 members now, 4 gone, and that is the point taken by the Brick Movers. So one more round downtown. We'll decide whether or not Jaehong and students can end this 1-1, or if they're going to be 2-0 swept by the Chinese casters.
Let's see how this one all shakes out. We can take a look at the comps here to start things off. 2 Torbjorns and a Reaper. Double Reaper? And an Ana?
Reaper?
Okay, Brick Movers wins. It's over. We don't even have to watch this.
Oh, this could be absolutely brutal. And Jaehong's on Jaehong is on Mercy. It's like the worst draw that he could get.
He just needs to jump off the side right now and hope to come back and carry.
Just sprint, just run to the subway tracks.
If the Brick Movers get 2 turrets set up here with Reapers on top of them and the Ana, it's like GG. Like, the Winston for Jaehong's team is just not going to have a good time. I can tell you that right now.
Okay, well, here we go. Get yourself strapped in. This could be a very bumpy ride.
Let's see how Jaehong's team beats this. Can they beat this? Is it possible? Like, I don't think so. Look at the health bars. Look at the health bars, Esports fans.
Yep. Jaehong is just sitting in the cubby here, trying to keep everybody topped up. Rolls over the side. Marine gets rid of one of the Reapers. A nice headshot coming through from him. Drop down from Jump as he tries to stay alive. Akaro's falling low as well.
YBT's healing is doing a lot.
Yeah, healing stream's coming through, keeping everybody topped up here for the moment. YBT getting chunked. See the jump coming in. Yeah, the cap is there, in control. YXL, however, almost has the infra site ready to go. Gets rid of Misubi. Bionades out onto 2 members. YBT desperately trying to stay alive as they lose out on their only tank that they had. Marine now gone. Jaehong eliminated. YBT cannot exit. He cannot keep that ult percentage. It's all going to reset. It's only 21% on the board here for Jaehong and students.
Unfortunately, this Zenyatta pick or role isn't really going to help too much, I'd say.
Yeah.
Against this damage output. Like, double Reaper here. It's basically like the double damage you had earlier, right? 2 Reapers. So, you know, there's that. They have high ground, they have choke, point control. I mean, the Ashe could help poke away, that's for sure.
Oh, well, never mind, it's gone. The Helix Rockets come out from YXL. They take down Jaehong. They do manage to answer in kind by finding Peach. Getting rid of one of the Torbjorns, only one still remains. Pressing forward around the corner, these Reapers continue to just wreck the face here of Jaehong and students. And yeah, this is just brutal. They're in the lead. They're moving up now to 40%, getting ready to double the charge as Jaehong is now over onto the Genji, trying to stay alive. Marine does move over onto the Symmetra, so can get a significant amount of damage output rolling here, but doesn't have that many great targets to try to get a hold of.
Yeah, I mean, this is nice roll of the draw here for the Brick Movers, and I just don't know if Jaehong's squad's really going to have many tools to break through this. I mean, they almost had an EMP, but the Karos is dead, so it's Hangzhou now.
Yeah, YBT, Misubi gonna fall. Marine, no HP, does get killed in the end by the enemy Batiste.
Molten Core coming online.
I think that this is just it.
Yeah, if they could save the Molten Core for the final fight, I think they're probably just gonna be able to lock it down with that alone.
I mean, they have that and the Death Blossom, and there's not really a good way to try to mitigate that damage. They've only got a bubble from YBT, nobody that can absorb the damage. Masubi's not going to be able to get a freeze fast enough on the Reaper to interrupt.
I mean,
so
they
this
might
is
be able to get
such
like
a precarious spot.
a right-click kill or something with Masubi. Like,
Oh,
I'm really
no.
just reaching.
YBT jumps up onto the high ground, instantly falls down quite dangerously low. 94% now remaining on the point. Dub manages to find one. The Death Blossom rolling through as Roy will claim 2 members on the side of Jaehong and Students. The Nano Boost comes through. Job is going to die, and that is everybody gone from Jaehong and Students. And unfortunately, they just were not well taught enough here to try and find success. It will be the Brick Movers, the Chinese commentators, who find victory here on the day. A 2-0 win for them.
Yeah, I mean, fun stuff across the board. I mean, I'll admit it. It was pretty obvious. I was trying to play the Wolf Loves Korea card, and it was fun. But I mean, seriously though, double Torbjorn, double Reaper with an Ana. It's like, what are you gonna do? I mean, what are you gonna do? Mystery Heroes. That buff backfired a little bit for Korean squad, I'd say.
Yeah, it definitely did. I would have gone for reduced cooldowns and
That's what I thought.
Alt build time.
Yeah,
I think that would have maybe given them the best opportunity, just so they could put people on the picks that they're strongest with. Have Jaehong on that Ana constantly be cycling through sleep darts and nano boosts and whatnot. But they didn't go for that. They had a little bit more fun. They played for the Mystery Heroes, but unfortunately for them, it just it did not work out. So shut down. 2-0. So absolutely brutal loss here for the Korean commentators. I'm not sure how they will ever recover from it. But coming up next, guys, it's one of the moments that you have all been waiting for, aside from the actual all-star matchup. It is going to be the Widowmaker 1v1, where things will continue to heat up and get spicy. So make sure you guys stay tuned. That's going to be coming at you in just a few minutes.